Popular UK rapper and YouTuber Young Philly has been arrested on rape and assault charges in Australia.
We begin with breaking news, and a popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations.
Young Philly was once one of the biggest content creators in the UK and possibly even the world. But everything changed after a performance during his music tour in Australia. From making videos with his sidemen to becoming the center of controversy due to shocking allegations of sexual assault, this is the insane downfall of Young Philly. Philly, whose real name is Andres Felipe Valencia Barrientos, first gained traction online by posting comedic videos on Facebook. His energetic personality and humor quickly helped him build a large following. In 2017, he launched his YouTube channel, initially focusing on street interviews where he would ask people awkward or humorous questions.
What building has the most stories? For the love of God.
Sad.
You man are jarring. What building has the most stories?
Building has the most stories.
Is the guy sniffing?
Sniffing.
But his true rise to fame came when he formed an iconic duo with Chunks, another UK YouTuber. Together they started a podcast, The Chunks and Philly Show, and became some of the most beloved figures in British YouTube culture. Philly was also a prominent face on Foot Asylum's YouTube channel, featuring in hit series like Does the Shoe Fit? His popularity led to major sponsorships and collaborations with brands like Adobe, Captain Morgan and the BBC, making him one of the most successful UK content creators. But while YouTube brought him massive success, Philly's true passion was music. His first track, Take Time, was released in 2017. Marking the beginning of his career in the music industry. Over the years, he released several more tracks, gaining millions of views on YouTube and accumulating over 850,000 currently monthly listeners on Spotify. Everything seemed to be going perfect for Philly until his music tour in Australia, and that's where everything started falling apart. During his Australia tour, Young Philly performed at nightclub Bar One in Perth. It was there that he met a woman in her 20s and brought her back to his hotel room. Shortly after, she accused him of rape and assault, and Philly was charged with 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault, 1 count of impeding a person's normal breathing or circulation by applying pressure to their neck. According to the Western Australia police prosecutor, the case against Philly is extremely strong, with alleged CCTV and photographic evidence supporting the accusations. The backlash was immediate. In the UK, videos featuring Philly started disappearing. The sidemen deleted their 20 vs 1 video featuring him, which had over 20 million views. Beta Squad removed videos, and Foot Asylum immediately terminated his contract. His clothing line with Perplex was pulled from stores, and his show with Chunks was cancelled. In addition to the criminal charges, past clips of Philly resurfaced, where fans pointed out questionable behavior toward women. More accusations also started coming in, including one from a woman who claimed she had an unpleasant experience with Philly in the past.
Because of what's come out now, that I feel like I should have said something in the past and I should say something now. 4 years ago, I spoke to Young Philly on Instagram DM. He DM'd me and I ended up going to his flat. Him and his management, they worked very hard to manipulate me, obviously me when I was 17, and to make me feel like if I said anything then they could ruin my life would be over, you know, it'd be awful for me, awful for my mental health. So they convinced me to stay quiet. Maybe it could have been prevented if I'd said something before. I was 17 and when it first happened, the incident, I didn't have anyone to talk to about it. I was very alone and I was very embarrassed and I literally didn't.
Despite the controversy, some of his close friends have remained silent, choosing to wait for more information. Chunks, for example, made only a brief post about the situation.
People's like everyone, I've heard the reports coming out of Australia. Whilst I understand many of you want my reaction on it, as this is an ongoing court case, I hope you guys can understand that I can't and won't be commenting on it publicly. So yeah, I've just come on here to basically let you know the reasons as to why I can't.
While another individual publicly defended Philly, sharing her personal experiences with him.
Kindled this year, there was actually, I'm going to make a point of saying this, there was a point where he was like, if you don't want to do if you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to, bear in mind we'd spoken last year, we'd been seeing each other last year, and even then he was like, if you don't want to do anything, if you're not comfortable, we don't have to. I just want to make a point of, he's never made me feel any pressure, and I think until we've got definitive answers to the question, I'm not discrediting what's happened. I don't know the ins and outs, and probably neither do you. I'm just here to give a balanced side of the story, you know what I mean? Just give you someone that's actually knows him.
Following his arrest, Philly was placed under strict bail conditions, which included remaining in Western Australia until trial, no contact with the alleged victim, no social media posts regarding the case, surrendering his passport and reporting to the police daily. His bail was set at 100,000 Australian dollars. However, despite these strict conditions, Philly managed to make things even worse.
Barred from leaving WA, accused of rape, is tonight facing a fresh charge. Police say they caught young Philly hooning in our eastern suburbs, clocking him at more than 150 kilometres an hour.
A few months after his arrest, he was charged with reckless driving after being caught speeding at 158 km per hour in a 100 km per hour zone. This offence carries additional penalties, including up to 9 months in prison, a 6,000 Australian dollar fine, and a 6 months driving ban. Then, on March 11, 2025, Philly officially pleaded not guilty to all charges. But just when it seemed like things could get worse, a second case surfaced, this time from Spain. According to Metro, a woman reported Philly to the police in the UK, who then passed the details to authorities in Spain. The alleged incident occurred last summer in Magaluf, where Philly had performed at a beach club. The woman claimed Philly groped her at the nightclub and later raped her in a hotel room after she initially had consensual sex with a friend of his. Again, it's crucial to note that these are all still allegations. Nothing has been proven true or false yet, and Philly is set to appear before the state's higher court on June 13, 2025. But regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain: his career has taken massive damage. 2 separate rape cases, reckless driving charges, and the loss of millions in sponsorships and brand deals. It's hard to imagine him bouncing back from this. That's it. If the allegations turn out to be false, Philly could potentially sue for millions in damages, given the severe impact this has had on his career.